Welcome to Crack It. Today we are going to discuss or write coding on finding the highest salaried employee in each department. We already discussed in finding the highest salary of an employee. So I'll provide the link here. You can use it if you want. This is a very popular Java coding interview question and has been asked frequently these days. Let's start coding now. So I have an employee class wherein I have employee ID, employee name, department and salary. What are we going to do now? We are going to identify the highest salaried employees in each department. Suppose I have say 3 departments, HR, developer and tester. I'm going to identify the highly salaried employees in each of these departments, in each of the 3 departments. That's what we are going to do. We have an employee class and we have these fields, and I have written at data and at all args constructor, which will create me the getters, setters and constructors. So here in the code, what did I do? I have created employee objects, say 9 employee objects, and I'm adding all those employees in the list. So what are we going to do? Let's first write what are we going to do here. So I have a list with an employees. I'm going to group that employees by department. Why are we grouping that employees by department? It is because I need the highly salaried employees of each of the department. So first of all, I need to group that employees. Then what do I need to do? Then I need to compare the salary of the employees in each department. This is what I have to do. If I compare, I'll get to know the highest salaried employee, correct? So if I compare it, I'll know who's the highest salaried employee. So I'll get the highest salaried employee for each department. So this is what we are going to do. Steps wise, if we see, it's very easy, very less number of steps. Start our first step, which is nothing but grouping the employees by department. So what will I do? I'll take this employees list, I'll go stream it, and I need to group. So for group, we already have a function in the collect, which is collectors dot grouping by. So with which value I'm going to group? I'm going to group it by employee dot get department. So what did I do? In the employees list, I am grouping the objects based on the department. Let's try to introduce a local variable to it. Let's print it and see what is there. So let's run the program. So if you see here, what do we have? I have a tester as a keyword, maps key. If you see here, my return type is string comma list of employee. So tester is my key, which is nothing my department, and the value is the list of employee objects, who and all the testers. Who and all the testers here? Employee E4 and employee E6 or the testers. So with employee ID 4 and 6, if you see here, employee ID 4 and 6 are in the testers. So likewise, it will have all the values for all the departments. So what are we going to do next? We are going to compare the salary of the employee in each department. Now we have collected the list based on grouping by each department. Now what I'm going to do is, like in grouping by itself, we have a function called collecting, and then what will this do? So this will collect the employees based on the department. Then what will it do? It will perform some action on the collected objects. If we go see here from the description, we can see that a collector which performs the action of the downstream collector followed by an additional finishing step. I can add a finishing step and I can perform some operation here. So it has already collected my elements based on the department. Then what I'm going to do? I'm going to sort my employee on this collected list. So that is why I have given collecting and then. Why? Because first group it, collect all those elements, and then apply what I am doing here. What I am going to apply here? I am going to sort the employees. I'll first write and I'll explain what this is. Comparing double of employee colon get salary. So what is it? Our next step is to sort the employee based in each department. So what did I do here? I have compared my employees based on the salary, and I will have it. I will have the sorted order here. Then on this sorted order, what I'm doing? I'm getting the maximum element. Why I am getting the maximum element? Because I need the highest salaried employee. So I need the max value element of this salary. So my work is almost done here. If you see here, first step I already did, which is grouping the employees by department. Second step I already did. Yes, I am comparing my employee object with the salary. Then what I am doing? I am getting the highest salaried employee. Yes, I am getting the highest salaried employee by applying collectors.max by. So this is also an already available function. Then if you see here, we need to add a finisher. If you see here, we need to add a finisher. What is my finisher? So this collectors.max by will return me, if you see here, optional of employee object. So this will return me an optional of employee object. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to get that optional object. That is my finisher. So I need to add some finishing step. So I have added it. What will I do? So this is a wrong type, that is why. So what I'll do is I introduce a variable here. Yeah, I'll keep it as collect. So if you see here, this collect will now have the highest salaried employee of each of the departments. So we have 3 steps. First step is grouping by the employee. Yes, we checked that. Second step is on the grouping by elements, on the collected elements of this grouping by, we need to apply some function. What is that function? We need to compare the employee object. So after comparing the employee object, I am fetching the maximum valued employee and I am getting that value. So that is why, since I am giving optional colon get here, my return type is employee. If it is not the case, it will be optional. So I'm getting that. I'm adding a finisher as well here, and I will rename this as highly salaried employee. And if we run, let's see by running whether it's working fine or not. So I'll go here. If you see here, for the tester, I've got the employee object with ID 6. So for testers, I have 2 objects, one with 4 and 6. For 4, the employee is this thing, and for the 6, the employee is 25 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So this is the highest value when we compare the tester salary. And for the lead, if we see, we have got this employee ID 7, because this is the highest salaried in this lead group. So if we retrieved all the highly salaried employees of each of the department. This is what we want. This is a very frequently asked interview question. As I told earlier, this coding exercise is purely based on the subscribers' interest. So if you want us to share anything, if you want us to discuss any specific topic, please let us know in the comment section. We'll do it for sure. Thanks for watching Crack It. Please do like, share and subscribe if you like the content.